with a lot of my songs, I dance a lot. So I was just thinking that would we see like a full choreography when you perform?
I'm almost positive I'm not as good as dancing as you are, so I don't think I could pull that off.
But you did great though. You were really vibing there. I see you like doing all the steps.
Thank you, man. It took me 3 days of rehearsals just to do that, okay?
Hi, I'm Ice Paris, and I'm from Bangkok. Yeah, right here from Thailand. And right now I'm talking to Paul from LANY. Wow, this is amazing. This is crazy. Thank you for doing this interview with me and for the Standard Pop Thailand.
Dude, my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
First of all, I have to say I'm a huge fan of yours. So I'm trying to keep my nervousness and my cool to myself. So please bear with me. And also like English is not my first language, so I'll do my best.
You're doing amazing. You're doing amazing.
Thank you. So could you tell me and all the fans in Thailand about the new song that you just released? First, Up to Me, right?
Yeah, totally. Up to Me, I guess I wrote it maybe in March of this year, and it's one of those songs that immediately when we wrote it, we're like, yeah, this just is one of those songs that you get in the car and you turn it up and you roll the windows down and you just drive, and it probably feels the best in that setting.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and it's just, I don't know what gives a song that energy. It's not like we sat down and we're like, let's write a song that you play in the car. But it just has that feeling and that energy to it. And it's been out for less than, I guess, 24 hours or almost 24 hours now. And I think people like it, so that's really awesome.
So much. You actually released 2 songs in one day, right?
Yes, that's correct.
The other one is DNA, but it's only a demo version.
Yeah. So
the thing that I want to ask is, why is this? Why is it only a demo version, or is it this version? Is it going to be in the studio album, or is this just like a teaser for us?
Great question. So the demo version that we dropped yesterday is, every day or every time I write a song, at the end of the day, we make a demo version of the song. That way I can remember it and I know how it goes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so DNA Demo is the exact version that we made the day we wrote the song. So what you're listening to now is literally the recording from the day we wrote the song.
Wow, but it sounds great. It sounds like you already have like mixed and mastered everything, and wow, yeah. It's cool to be just a demo.
But we took DNA into the studio, and we made a studio version that's actually kind of pretty different from the demo version. And
really?
Yeah, one thing that we've kind of figured out or learned over the past few years is that people really like when LANY strips down songs. So
yeah, yeah, it's true.
DNA Demo is basically the stripped version of DNA, and so the studio version will be on GGBBXX, the album, and then the demo version will be on the deluxe that will eventually come out after or later.
People actually like when LANY strip down your own songs, when you do like acoustic versions, or you do songs that's like not very a lot of things like Malibu Nights or songs like that. Are we going to hear like songs like that in the album again?
Yeah, actually, there's a song called Somewhere that it's literally a piano and a drum loop the whole time. And then the last track on the album, 1 Minute Left to Live, is just piano vocal. So there's definitely those little like stripped down moments for people, and I love that people seem to really like that. I've spent probably 20,000 hours at this point on the piano, so it feels nice, and I'd like to think that there's something special about me on the piano and people seem to like it, so that's awesome.
Why is the name of your fourth studio album is GGBBXX? You never actually named your album like this random before.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Look, GGBBXX technically means nothing. It doesn't stand for anything. It's not an acronym. Ultimately, I'm just so in love with the way these 12 songs feel that any word in the dictionary seemed to just like distract or take away from the feeling of these songs. So I was like, how about we just make up a word or a phrase or a series of letters, and that can be the album title. And so I just came up with GGBBXX, and it's so cool to hear other people say it now because we just told the world this like 3 or 4 days ago. So it's so cool for me to hear you say it. I think it sounds awesome. I think it sounds sick.
Yeah. In your last song, the Dancing in the Kitchen song, I went to watch the music video and I saw you dancing from the parking lot into the kitchen and stuff. And I actually saw you dance on the last album too, with all your bands. So I was just thinking because with a lot of my songs I dance a lot. So I was just thinking that would we see like a full choreography when you perform, or like would we see like some more dancings from you guys? I don't know.
I'm almost positive I'm not as good as dancing as you are, so I don't think I can pull that off.
But you did great though. You were really vibing there. I see you like doing all the steps.
Thank you, man. It took me 3 days of rehearsals just to do that, okay? So my favorite part was the rehearsals. I think dancing's so fun, and I think it's really cool when you're good at it, and I wish I was much better at it.
Let's talk about Thailand, because you've been to Thailand for a couple of times, right?
Yeah, maybe 4 or 5 at this point. I love it.
Wow. Yeah, so just a simple question, like, what is the thing that you love the most? Or it could be food, places, or the people, anything.
Yeah, I mean,
Thailand.
The food is seriously so good. I love the food.
Can you eat spicy foods?
Yes.
You actually into it?
Yeah, I'm really into like all the spices you guys have, but I also, man, every time we've gone back, the shows just get bigger and the crowds get bigger, and it's just it's a beautiful thing to see, and the energy is always so up. Like everyone is so stoked, and I also think that like Thai people have such a sweet demeanor to them, and they're just so I don't know, there's something about you guys, it's just so warm and welcoming, which is a beautiful part of your culture. And so obviously, like when we show up and we've been away from home for a few months, it's really nice to come to Thailand where everyone is so welcoming and warm.
Let's go back to where you guys actually formed your band. It was 2014, is it?
Yes.
So could you look back, and what would you say to yourself back then when you actually start? Or what is the feeling right now that you're actually releasing your fourth studio album this September the 3rd? And it's actually been just 7 years. In Thailand, you're blowing up.
I have to say that I feel so incredibly grateful and thankful to be in this band. I think right now it is so hard to get anybody to care about anything, and the fact that even one person cares about my band in Thailand is such a blessing. You know, when we started this band, my expectations were so low, to be honest with you. I'm not even sure if I had any expectations, but this whole thing has been just so amazing. Even the difficult moments and even the times where it was really, really tough and we were making a lot of sacrifices to be on the road. And there was one year I slept in my bed, I think 8 nights in the year. Every step of the way has just been so amazing. And looking back on those 7 years, I've truly been the time of my life. And I honestly just want to say thanks to anyone who has ever listened to a single LANY song once. I feel so lucky and so grateful. And if there's anything I've learned from the last year and a half, it's that you never know what's going to happen, and life is short and things can change really quickly. And so I just want to make the most of what I have while I've got it. And I just make a promise to you, and I make a promise to myself and all of our fans that I'll always give you 100 and make the most of this opportunity. And we'll never ever get lazy or apathetic on you, and we'll always be doing my best to get better every day.
Wow, that's great. You actually inspired me so much.
Cool.
Okay, I think we're almost out of time. So one last thing, could you just anything for all your Thai fans?
Yeah, 100%. What's up, everybody in Thailand? I miss you so much. I would do anything right now to be there playing a show. But in the meantime, we're about to give you another album. 2 albums in a pandemic. I can't believe it. I personally had so much fun making it. It's the most fun I've ever had, making music, writing music, making an album. And I hope you have just as much fun listening to it. And I promise we will be over there next year, and we will make up for lost time, and we will make sure the show is the best it's ever been.
Great. Thank you so much, Paul. Thank you for spending time with me and the stand-up pop as well. I'll be looking forward to the album and also your what do you call it? Stripped down versions.
You did so good. Your English is amazing, man. It's so impressive. So good job.
Oh, thank you so much. Awesome. Okay, so I hope I'll meet you again up on the concert on the stage.
Yeah, 100%. Come up and sing with me.
Sure. Thank you.
All right.
Okay. See ya. Bye. Thank you, Paul. สวัสดีครับ from Thailand.